A Shadow of the Eagle. Battle is Alcaniz, 1809. Lots of good stuff to talk about. Hopefully I can remember to go over it all. I think I talked about reorganization before here. Oh, I don't think it changed any of the stuff that happened here with reorganization for the Spanish or French side based on the die rolls. But I now think, and it's only implied, I think now that disorganized and routed units do not have Zogs. And I still haven't found where it says for sure one or the other, but it does say that disorganized and routed units do not have facing, which makes sense. And zones of control are based on facing because zones of control are made up of your front and flank hexes, but not rear hexes. So if zones of control are defined by facing, then again I'm implying, or I'm assuming, that units with no facing do not have a zone of control. That's what I'm going with now, anyways. Okay. So that ended, I think, turn 3 with the reorganization. So then turn 4 started. Oh yeah, I did orders changes, and now this is the first time that I actually had to roll for the French, because again Suchet has a very high orders rating. I don't even remember what they call. Oh, actually, it's right in front of me, but it's right in front of me, but it's also in Spanish. I don't have the particular rules, where they're called particular rules in Spanish, but the exclusive rules for the battles, I don't have those translated. I only have them in Spanish. So Suchet, here he is. Yeah, his orders, divisor is 5, which is very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm going to go through the procedure why I'm saying that. And then Suchet can change up to 3. He can make up to 3 orders change attempts per turn, which is very, very good. Okay, so Suchet is here. He's the commander-in-chief. He wants to... Laval was back here online. I've moved him forward. Oh, just off the screen. Darn. Oh well, I'm going to talk this through anyways. The camera I'm using now, there's going to be no pausing, so oh well. Here's Suchet, Commander-in-Chief. Laval was here. He wants to change Laval's order. Count the hexes in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But don't count either the origin or destination hex. So the 7 hexes in between. Take 7 divided by that divisor, 5, that you get from the exclusive battle rules, which is great because you can give commanders a lot of individuality that way. But 7 divided by 5 is 1 point something, so I know that to succeed he has to roll a 2 or better. Yeah, you want equal to or higher. So he rolled a 2 right there, so he successfully changed Laval's order. Laval had a harassment order, he changed it to an attack order. So I made that change on, yes I did, I made that change on the orders table. And what that allowed, okay, so that's the one and only orders change. Yeah, because both players do this, so that was the one and only orders change, rolled successfully on the first try. Okay, then I went on to the French phase, starting with movement. Then I moved forward. So the moves are, one thing I did is I'll put this back. So since I haven't talked about it, so here's cavalry, and in this game, if they are limbered, you put a limbered marker on top of them like that. They've been limbered since the start of the battle. I wanted them to unlimber. So to unlimber, it's a movement is what it is. Alright, make sure my translation is correct. Unlimber costs 2. I haven't emphasized this a lot, but another thing I really like about this game is that each side has different movement point allowances. I think that I thought about this earlier, and I think it works out for the scale. But anyways, the French artillery has a movement allowance of 3, so they can spend 2 to unlimber. So I take off the limber marker, and they're going to be left there unlimbered, ready to fire. Like that. Okay. These guys move forward, nothing unusual there. Now otherwise, we have... So basically, okay, let me talk about skirmish order. I think they do consider it a formation. I've been making little changes as I've been going here, as I've picked up rules again. I should have remembered this from Medellin, but I changed all of the Spanish light infantry across the line. I put them into guerrilla order, what they call guerrilla order or skirmish order. So for example, this all light infantry have the light infantry horn graphic on the lower right there. So they are all occupying 2 hexes. You can occupy up to 4 hexes in skirmish formation, but each hex cannot go down to less than 2 strength points, and you're divided equally. So this unit could be in 3 hexes, but I have him in 2 here. So he has 3 points in each hex. Got 7. The odd number goes left to right, so this is 4 and 3. And over here we have a 4 strength light infantry unit, so it's 2 and 2, and all the way down the line. All the Spanish light infantry that I could find anyways. I put in, yeah, all the light infantry I could find all across the line. I put in guerrilla formation. So what does that mean? Light infantry units are capable of skirmish formation, placing, so you place it, oh, here's another thing. Yes, the game comes with markers. They come with these guerrilla formation markers that you use. I prefer, if they're in 2 hexes, I prefer to just put them in the middle. That's my preference, so that's what I'm doing. But normally you would go like that. So you'd have a guerrilla marker corresponding to the light infantry there. That's how you would normally do it. Alright, so enabling the unit to occupy several hexes at the same time. A unit designated in this formation may occupy up to 4 hexes, as I already said. The marker is used to determine the limit of the occupied zone. So again, if this unit were, I said this unit could be in 3 hexes. If I wanted it to be in 3 hexes according to the normal game rules, it would go like that. So here's the first unit. It occupies, then it would be 2, 2, and 2 strength points per hex. Combat points are allocated equally among the designated hexes. Surplus points are allocated left to right, as I already said. The least amount of points allowable per hex, as I already said, is 2, and the most is 4. Oh, there's an upper limit too. Alright. The counters in skirmish formation, which are also stacked with other units, must be placed on top of the particular stack. The rest of the units in the stack can be in other types of formations, so you can mix formations in the same hex. Combat losses, however, are always absorbed equally between the unit in skirmish formation and the next unit in the stack. And here, also important, the hex of a skirmish unit's deployment zone cannot be overlapped by other units' skirmish deployment zones. That just means all these multiple hexes that these light infantry units are occupying, they cannot overlap their hexes. Alright, beyond that, I need to figure out how they defend and how they attack. So we will see about that. Oh, and this unit came forward and charged. They passed their morale tests, so they're ready to charge.